now closing in on 1,200 yards.
It's the Patriots and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
It is clear, but it is cold here today as EA Sports takes us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Patriots, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Jones looking to throw right away. It's caught right side, it turns. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. The medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Throwing is Hurts. Dumps it off to Edwards.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. The Eagles at 13-1 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win That established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
It's Edwards again. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Throwing again on second down.
Hurts. That's caught. It's Cunningham. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Second down at 4.
On the handoff, Edwards. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now Jones. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Throwing, Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On second down, it's Pollard.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones looking sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and that'll be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Cunningham. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it.
He finds Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Trevor Lawrence with a couple.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going, so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 28. On 3rd down, here's Edwards. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Hurts. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Jones throwing to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taken right around the 44. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination.
Back now in Foxborough. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They run once more with Edwards. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
From the gun, they go to Edwards. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Edwards will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Jones Completes it to Hearns. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Play action. Here's Hurts. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Let's go, let's go.
And quickly, they get to the line. They go play action with Hurts. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. Good touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Again, it's Edwards. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Pollard here once again, back-to-back catches. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Back to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was their